Hi everyone, welcome back to Bush Plays, and today we're going to be getting into the Halloween spirit a little bit, since Halloween's coming up very soon. We're going to be playing a classic Super Nintendo game that's very horror themed. This is Super Castlevania 4. Honestly, one of my favorite Super Nintendo games. This game just nails the horror element. Sitting in a dark room with this game, with all the lights out, it feels so spooky. This whole cutscene's great. So in this game you play as Simon Belmont. And that's the classic intro showing the castle in the background. So yeah, this game is basically a retelling / remake of Castlevania 1 on NES. I do think that both games are worth playing though. They are different enough. Obviously, this game had so much. I love the skull in the background there. Oh, and I almost did the moonwalk. Hold on, let's try that again. There we go. There's the moonwalk. I first played Castlevania 1 and Castlevania 2, I believe, on NES before I got to play this game. And obviously when I saw this game for the first time, I was in complete shock as to how much of a step up it was. And also, this game's not as hard as the NES game, so it was definitely easier for me to grasp back then. Because the NES games still to this day, as much as I really do enjoy them, they are just unfairly difficult at times, especially Castlevania 3. But this game it still has its elements of difficulty, but it's not in the same way where it's very unfair, I would say, in the NES games. And I would also say that this game just has a lot more to it that obviously they needed to bring once the franchise went to 16-bit. This is just a perfect example of a game coming from the 8-bit generation onto the 16-bit and just nailing every element of it. The music in this game as well is just absolutely fantastic. I mean, even in the NES games, all the music's great. Even in Castlevania 2, which Castlevania 2 is a bit of a mess, but the music in that game especially is just fantastic. This game also has such cool stuff with the whip like this, where you can hang off of stuff like this, but also the whip has a lot more mobility and motion. Like, you can swing it around like that, you can whip diagonally down and up like that. It's just so much better than the normal left and right whipping, which obviously the first games on NES, they work with that style, but I just have always preferred this. On Super Nintendo there was also Dracula X, which was basically like a half port of Rondo of Blood. I don't even remember what Rondo of Blood was originally on. I think it might have been TurboGrafx, I'm not too sure. I think it was also only released, it wasn't even released in North America, so I can't remember if that's the case or not, but I always thought that Dracula X was pretty cool. It's also, it's very difficult, just like the classics. It also takes away a lot from this game, like the whipping, and also it goes back to, because in this game when you have an item you can just use the L button to throw it, which I always thought was just great. Obviously use those buttons if you have the option, but in Dracula X it goes back to how it was in the NES games, which I don't know why they decided to do that. But so yeah, obviously in this game there's a lot of stuff that was taken from Castlevania 1 since it's basically a retelling, but they also add so much to the game that it feels like a whole new experience, and I think that that's exactly what they needed to do. See, here's the Medusa heads from the first Castlevania, which are nonsense in the first game. In this game they're not too hard because you can use the whip in a lot of different ways. Oh, they still get me sometimes. Oh, that was close. Alright, we get the boss here. End it really quickly, not too hard. There we go. Oh, I like to do a pose when you grab the orb, but it doesn't always work. Oh boy, let go, let go. Let go of my feet. Konami was on a winning streak during the Super Nintendo era. As much as they had great stuff on the NES, it was like, when they got to Super Nintendo, the franchises that they brought from the NES to Super Nintendo just had some of their best games on it. Like, obviously this, after the NES series of Castlevania games. Then Contra 3, which is debatably my favorite Contra game, as much as I love the NES games as well. Contra 3 is just fantastic. I honestly think it's the first one I played too as well, so it has a soft spot in my heart. Great game though, extremely difficult when you're playing on hard difficulty. And then they also had Turtles in Time, which is also, it's one of the best arcade ports of all time. So it's just like, they were just on fire during the Super Nintendo. Whoa! Weird little lizard things. The graphics to this are so detailed too. Like, you got the sky moving in the background, plus all the mountains in the background. And it's all leading up to Dracula's castle. It's just such a cool atmosphere that this game builds. Wouldn't mind a pork chop. Is there a pork chop? Yes. Perfect timing. Alright, which boss is this? Is this Medusa? It is Medusa. Let's just get her. Yeah, there we go. Oh, these guys are super weird. They actually kind of remind me of the guys in Contra 3 on the factory stage. Like the weird bugs that grab you and pull you up to the top of the screen to kill you. Kind of remind me of those things. If I'm not mistaken, this just leads us directly into the next area, right? The next stage. We don't even have to fight another boss. Alright. Good stuff. On to stage 3. Always love these guys, how they like break down into smaller pieces. Oh boy, I'm really screwing this up. You gotta be very careful here. These bats are screwing me over. See, it's stuff like that where it's so nice to have the diagonal whip. And I'm not even too sure if they ever brought the diagonal whip back. I mean, they probably have, but I'm just not familiar enough with the games after this, honestly. Besides Dracula X, which I did play quite a bit of. Oh, there's a turkey leg. Perfect. Oh, forgot about this part. Okay, gotta be careful here. These things fall and blow up a little bit at the bottom. Yeah, I love that stuff. See, the whip is just so good. It's so awesome. Oh boy, that was close. Oh, it's the fishman. Ugh. Spit out a bunch of water. This is probably my favorite horror-themed game of all time. I mean, I can't really think of anything else that would contend with it too much. Maybe... Like, I love Super Ghouls and Ghosts on Super Nintendo as well, but that game is just super difficult. And, like, in an unfair way. But I do like that game. What else would there be? I guess you'd also consider something like Zombies Ate My Neighbors. That's more of like a goofy sort of horror game. It's not really necessarily, none of it's fully horror. Like, I guess there's some scary stuff in it, but it's more just a fun time. Doom, I guess. Doom is sort of got the horror elements to it. Resident Evil 2 Remake. Now that game, that is an excellent game. I didn't even get to finish it, but from what I played of it, which was quite a few hours of it, I absolutely loved it. I definitely should go back and finish that game at some point because, yeah, I just loved everything about that game. The other Resident Evil games that I've played, which, oh, come on now. Of course I die like that. Oh, it sends you all the way back here. But yeah, the other Resident Evil games that I've played are Resident Evil 4. I've played original Resident Evil 2. I played a little bit of the original Resident Evil 3. And they all seem like pretty cool games. I can't really get used to the tank controls of the original Resident Evil 2 and 3. But Resident Evil 4 is really cool too. But unfortunately, I just have never finished any of the Resident Evil games because they're just, I don't know, they take a bit of time to finish them off, and I just always end up picking them up, putting them down for some reason. I've been recommended to play Resident Evil 4 so many times, so I really should. What is this? Dragon Head? I don't even remember what this fight is. Yeah, it is the Dragon Heads. I don't know if there's a particular way to finish this, but you just have to be very careful with these guys. I don't even think the axe hurts them. Come on. Blast. Oh, the axe does hurt them, okay. That's good. Yeah, there we go. Right on. This is another level. I love the music too. It's so spooky, but also kick-ass at the same time. I'll go through here real quick. Oh, it's just a heart, okay. It's so creepy the entire time. Even when there's no enemies around, you're being watched by these skulls in the wall. So cool, though. Ah, come on. Usually I can do that part with no problem. Okay. There we go. Just gotta be very quick with the jump taps. Okay, so that's just to get the axe. Ah! So I've heard a lot of people say that what is considered to be probably the best Castlevania game is Symphony of the Night on PS1. I've never actually gotten to play Symphony of the Night. I've heard a lot about it. Like I said, I've really never played any Castlevania games after this one. I do know that that's when Castlevania starts to get into like the Metroidvania type gameplay, which is fine, but also, oh, it's a boss fight. Also, I definitely need to give it a shot myself to see what my own opinion on it would be. Because I really do just like how Castlevania styles like this. Come on. Get on. Yes! So yeah, if anybody recommends I play Symphony of the Night, let me know, because I would love to do maybe videos on that at some point. Oh, this part's so cool with the moving room. This game also still has that classic Castlevania knockback when you get hit, so you gotta be very careful when you're next to ledges and stuff. Oh boy! Oh, I thought I was gonna die from that. Yes, and a platform is built for you. Oh, this part's also really cool. This whole level's just really cool. So it's really funny because this level basically is just here to scare you. Oh, of course I died, but that's okay. This level basically is just trying to scare you the whole time because you think, as you see, when you start walking, the platforms behind you start to disappear, but they're not actually disappearing behind you, so you don't have to go extremely quick. It's just they're disappearing as you move the screen along. So it kind of tricks you into thinking that you have to hurry, but you can really take your time with this part, even though it's fine just to kind of go quick a little bit. But these skeletons that come out of the ceiling, they can definitely get you if you're not careful, so. The stage is a bit disorienting, honestly, but at the same time, it's really cool, so. Can't knock it for that. Oh my god, it's making me dizzy. Alright, made it. Made it through. Oh, this part's also weird with the moving blocks. This reminds me of like a Super Mario World dungeon. I believe you just want to keep moving forward whenever you get the chance, so. Ooh, that was close. Wow. Okay. I think right here is where you go through here. Yes, it is. Wait a second. Oh, this might not be it. I have to keep going up. Here we go. Here's the part where you gotta continue on. Yeah, this part's crazy. This is where you have to run and run, run. There we go. Is this another boss here? I don't remember what boss this is. Is this... Oh, it's the huge boss. I remember this. Yeah, it's like a huge rock boss. I don't know if it has a name. I might not win, though. Nope, I'm definitely not going to. Oh, see? Taking so many hits. Ah, okay. There we go. There it goes. Oh, great. Brings me all the way back here. Fantastic. No, I'm dead. Ah, come on now. You know, I'd probably be doing this bad usually, but I'm going to blame it on the fact that it's hard to talk and play this game at the same time. Come on, man. I was being foolish. I'm only going to have one more shot at this boss. If I screw this up, I'm going to have to go all the way back to the beginning of the stage. Don't really want to do that. Alright, here we go. No going back now. Let's try to watch for these falling blocks. Okay. Of course, he throws one right at me. Oh, come on. Does the axe even work on him? I don't want to do this again. Come on. One more hit. Yes! Got him. He gets huge. Oh, I almost did it. That's kind of a cool pose, though. Right on. Only had one shot at that. Music's so good here as well. You're leading up to Dracula's castle. You really feel the intensity. Let's go diagonal. I know I meant to do this. Swinging the whip like this is not as powerful, but sometimes it's just the easiest way to get rid of something. There we go. Get closer and closer to it. Closer and closer to his castle. This is just like here at the beginning of the first game. It's basically a throwback to it. Here we are, the entrance.